Hi guys, welcome, and gals, welcome to Wasted Lunch, the perfect place to waste your lunch. I'm Paul McVeigh. How's things going? Let's see, it is Friday, finally Friday, huh? Yeah, it's Friday, and what is going on? I've got me a task today. I am going to be a room mother, of all things. Yeah. My wife signed up to be a room mother, and because of things with her job, I'm filling in. So I'm going to be a room mother today for a Halloween party. So that ought to be fun. Actually, it ought to be fun. It ought to. Let's see. The time is 11:56. Oven standard. Grab some coffee or tea, whatever you like to imbibe, and relax. Yeah. Yours truly is going to be a room mother today, so I guess I'm going to, we spent last night, filling up bags of candy for all the little kids in my daughter's class. Had to make about 25 little baggies of candy and toys and, little creepy crawly things for her class. And anyways, did that, and then I don't know how I'm going to do it, but going to be hosting 3 different games too. Now I don't know if when my wife signed up for this, if they told her we needed 3 games. What's happening, Ryan? I'm going to be a room mother today for a Halloween party. So I'm going to bring 3 different games to the classroom. And I'm guessing, I'm hoping there will be other room mothers. I'm not going to be the only one in that room, or else I don't know how I can run 3 different games going on for these kids, jumping and screaming and, going crazy. I don't. So hopefully there will be other room mothers besides myself there to help get these games going. But my wife came up with a few clever ones. Either came up with or found them out or whatever. There's going to be some kind of a spider race where the kids are going to have to use a straw and blow air through the straw and blow a spider across a table and race like that. And then there's going to be, I don't know, some kind of like pin the tail on the skeleton thing. That ought to be cool. What the heck was the third one? I can't remember what the third one is now. I cannot remember. Oh, it's going to be like hot potato or something, only with a miniature jack-o'-lantern. That's what it's going to be. That's right. So I do remember all 3 games. So I got to bring all 3 of these games and a whole bunch of candy and treats for the kids and some for the teachers as well. Yeah. Going to be, got to make goodie bags for the teachers too. Well, that's already done. But the teachers are getting actually homemade candies. Yeah, they're getting the gourmet stuff that my wife made. So the teachers are going to be treated rather well. Let's see. I see Charles Wisniewski is on here. Actually, Charles, what's up, dude? Oh my gosh, he must be finding some time in his lunch at school to pop on here. Well, that's cool. Yeah, so this ought to be exciting. This is second grade. This is a second grade classroom I'm going to be in. So the kids are still small and cute at that age, as opposed to being older, little miniature adult jerk face kids, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what age that would be, around 13 or whatever, where the kids start to get kind of, I don't know. That's mean, isn't it? But they're not, you know, it's not, they're not as fun. Um, they're, you know, once these kids start thinking they're teenagers, they tend to be, you know, they're not cute little kids anymore. Is what I'm getting at, I guess. But you know, with our baby being in second grade, it's so weird. It's so weird already in second grade. I mean, it's wild, but they're still cute. They're still a lot of fun, um, as opposed to just being challenging to hang out with. You know, as they start getting older, once the teenage years, those are rough. I know they're rough for the kid also, but they're tough being a parent. And of course, I never appreciated that when I was a teenager. You know, I guess I thought the world revolved around me. Thought I was right about everything, and my parents had no idea what they were talking about anymore. But you know, after having kids go through those teenage years, wow, you really do some learning. It you know, like I said, it's stressful for the child going through the teenage years, but it's stressful for a parent too. You know, kids start really pushing the limits on their parents when they're teenagers, don't they? They really, they really push the limits, and pardon me, push buttons too. You know, kids like to, you know, they really start getting into pushing your buttons. And now, I didn't do a whole lot of that with my father, because my dad was the kind of guy who, you know, if he would have punched me, it would have taken my face off. But I know I put my mom through lots of hell when I was a teenager. Oh, poor lady. But yeah, teenagers, it's tough, very tough. And at this point, I still can't decide whether teenage girls or teenage boys are tougher. I think it depends on the person, really. I wish I could, you know, say which is tougher, but I think it depends on the person. It really does. Um, but you know, that's the thing as a parent, and kids, once they get to those teenage years, I mean, they start becoming, they want to be more independent, usually. What's up, Gary? Talking about being a parent. Teenagers. You remember going through that? Being a parent when your kids were teenagers, was that rough for you? Yeah, it's and my wife and I really don't have a let up, okay, with the ages of our kids. One, there's so many kids, and their age range, it's like, okay, one starts getting through the rough teenage years, and then boom, another one's falling into those crazy teenage years right afterwards. So there's no break from it. But what I hope is that with each kid as they're growing up, I'm hoping that me and mom are picking up something and learning more with every kid that's going to help us with the next kid. Because, you know, teenagers are, I mean, they're kind of crazy. Gary says, beat them. That's one way to do it. What's up, Jonah? Talking about teenagers. And Jonah, I know you're too young to know what it's like to raise a teenager, but my golly, you, my lad, are barely out of your teenage years. So, did you give your parents hell? Have your teenage years been hell on your parents? Were they tough for them? Were you a pain in the ass for your parents? Let's see, Jonah says, good afternoon, everyone. It's Friday and McKinley still sucks. Jonah is pushing that love everywhere. Yeah. Can you tell Jonah is a diehard Maslin fan? Let's see. Gary says, to like when we was young, get the stick out there. You to get the stick out after me. So you used to get the stick out. You used to get the stick out and get whooped with the stick. Yeah. Well, I did say that, there were certain boundaries I only pushed. I pushed my limit more with my mom than my dad, because, my dad could have smashed me so easily. But Jonah says, oh my God, I can be a pain in the ass. Not always, but yes, I can be. Okay, so your parents didn't have a smooth ride with you as a teenager. Okay. Yeah, it's I don't know, something happens in the brain and kids start to think they know it all, They start thinking, well, I know what's best for me, and get that, independence about them, and start thinking, they need to start calling the shots more in their lives. And as an adult, as a parent who's been around the block more than a couple times, you're looking at them and you're seeing them do something stupid, and ahead of time this is going to end up badly, and you've got to decide which one of those situations do you jump in and say, hell no, I'm not letting you do this, and fall on your face, and which one of those situations you say, oh, screw it, they're going to have to learn on their own. Let them fall on their face. You got to do that kind of shit when you're a parent. Jonah says, my grandpa threatened me with a shotgun strap once. I never pissed him off again. All right. Oh, gosh, that sounds horrible. Gary says, beat Maslin. Uh-oh. You got to be kidding me, Gary. Are you serious? Maybe that came out wrong. Let's see. Jonah says, I've given my mom a hard time more than my dad. Sometimes it's over something so stupid. Oh, man. Well, yeah. I'll tell you, we've had some arguments with some of our kids, or they've tried to have arguments with us. Jonah says McKinley sucks. We've had some, and they were over foolish things, and it clearly was, by the end of it, the argument really came down to basically whatever kid that was basically saying, there was nothing more to it really than them just trying to flex their nuts, so to speak, for lack of a better way of putting it, I guess. Jonah says, at least we didn't lose to Perry. Sorry, Gary. Gary says, I got beat with a belt. I wish I could say I never got beat with a belt, but that would be a lie. I did catch a belt. More than one time, dude. Jonah says, in all fun, it is a good rivalry. Yeah, the Maslin-McKinley rivalry, well, it just, it wouldn't be, you got to have both teams, or else it just wouldn't be that exciting if Maslin did not have a McKinley. Jonah says, yeah, I got hit with the belt too. Well, there, your dad went old school on you. I'm guessing your dad, maybe your mom, I don't know. Yeah, I caught the belt. And we get whooped with Hot Wheel tracks, plastic flexible Hot Wheel tracks. Those made a nice whipping sound when they went across your backside. And you get hit with the underside of them, which had two plastic channels, and it would you would feel both of those go right through your jeans or whatever and straight into the meat of the butt cheeks. Gary says, ain't got beat with the poison ivy stick. No, no, I wouldn't want whoop with poison ivy for sure. But yeah, I did get the Hot Wheel track. That was probably the most. That was kind of the signature whooping tool in our house, was the Hot Wheel track. That was my mom and dad's favorite, and I think that is what set them apart from a lot of the parents on the block. I mean, yeah, the belt got used, the bare hand got used, but the Hot Wheel track, that got whipped out, and you knew if mom and dad had a Hot Wheel track in their hand, it was not to play with Matchbox cars or Hot Wheels. I mean, that is not, I'd get a new set of Hot Wheel stuff for Christmas or whatever, and it was bittersweet, because I liked Hot Wheel cars, okay? I like toy cars, but when we get those sets, it's like, okay, well, now my parents got 20 more pieces of track to beat my ass with, Sean, what's up, dude? How we doing? We're talking about the hell parents go through with teenagers. Sean, still technically you're a teenager, right? So, Sean says just got done snorting laundry. Sean's got some strange fetish or something. I hope you weren't sniffing drawers, dude. Sean says, oops, sorting. Sorry, dude, I'm picturing you, yeah, sniffing some boxers or something there, dude. Jonah says, Hot Wheel tracks had to sting like a brother. The worst I remember was a thick belt. I also got hit with a paddle. Nice, yeah, thick belts hurt. Thin belts hurt. Thick ones, of course, got more weight behind them. Paddle, huh? Let's see, Jonah says Sean loves it. What's that? Okay. Teresa said the thin ones hurt more because they can strike more places faster. Jonah says Sean loves the smell of Ryan's underwear. Sean said proofreading is something very important. It is important, especially when you're talking about sniffing laundry. Let's see. Sean says, I got hit with the stick. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I ever got the traditional stick. I don't think I did, but I got hit with the hand, and my dad's hands were vicious, dude, vicious. Gary says, McKinley 34, Maslin 17. Ooh. Let's see, a prediction, huh? I didn't know you were a McKinley fan, Gary. I really didn't. Well, I know your boy isn't. He's a Maslin fan. I just seen it on Facebook, so. Anybody else got a prediction? Wow. Let's see. Sean's busy snorting laundry. That was funny. That was a good typo there. Yeah, and Sean, it'd be different if, you worked at Victoria's Secret or something, and you were snorting laundry. Jonah says McKinley can't stop the run game. Jameer will run it down their throats. Maslin 42, McKinley 21, if they are lucky. That's Jonah's prediction. Let's see, Sean, we'll see if you got anything to say about any of this.
I guess the thin belt might have been. My mom used to swing that thing like Zorro, though.
Oh, Teresa said her mom used to swing a thin belt like Zorro.
She goes.
I'm just
by the time you're down,
picturing a Z across your ass.
No, by the time she was done, her full name was across your ass.
Yeah, see, so things can be tough all
And you were
over.
warned. don't effing
Don't move. Yeah, take it. Yeah.
Because if you moved, you had some over here,
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, if you move,
And like
you
an
can be
idiot,
hit
you
everywhere.
moved.
Yeah.
You didn't listen.
Yeah. Well, if it was my dad, I was kind of frozen in fear. Sean said, or Jonah says, hey, Sean, TIG. Sean says, I'm with Jonah on this one. Gary says, LOL. Yeah. Yeah, I remember being told, don't move.
To buy a
Don't move.
Tiger Pop.
Oh, well, the McKinley game's coming up.
Yeah, and the parade's tonight, ain't it?
Sean says we gonna beat the bed bugs out of McKinley. A Canton bed bug poke, huh? Nice.
I gotta go to the doctor's. I gotta hide.
Jonah says McTimpkin. Well, yeah, I mean, they're now what conglomeration of two schools. Guys, the parade, that's tonight, right?
Usually is.
Jonah says, well, go Tigers. Sean says, parade is tonight, game is tomorrow. Okay, you were right, Teresa. Thank you, Sean. Gary says, there's a tear in my beer. There's a tear in my beer, and I'm crying for you, dear. Is that how it went? Okay, that's all I can remember.
That's all I remember.
Sean says, and I'm crying for you, dear. He just finished it up. I have not actually heard a recording of that song forever. It's been forever.
They had it.
But
on the jukebox at the good time I used to work.
Oh, yeah?
For.
You worked at a, what was that, kind of like a hillbilly bar or something?
It wasn't country, all rootin' tootin' Texas style or nothing, but they were hillbillies.
They were hillbillies.
Yeah, and there was a few selections of country on there, quite a few.
Okay.
And that was one of them.
Sean says, you are on my lonely mind. Gary says, crying for Maslin.
He's a McKinley fan?
I guess so, yeah. That's big Gary, not little Gary.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dad Gary?
Yeah. Jonah says, are you going to the parade, Sean? I am going to the rally at the high school here soon. He's going to the high school rally. Sean says, I'll be at the parade. Or wait, yeah, Jonah asked if you were going to the parade. Okay. And Sean says, I will be at the parade.
But doesn't Big Gary live in Maslin?
As far as I know, but I don't know if he
Shame
went there.
on you.
Oh my gosh, my doorbell's ringing. Who in the Halliburton could that be?
Hey, all my bills are paid.
Nobody ever comes here, doggone it. Nobody. My doorbell's ringing. Who in the heck could that be? Nobody comes here. I will not be at the parade. Like I said earlier, Gary says, does your wife like the song Tennessee Whiskey? I don't know. I'm gonna ask her.
I don't think I've heard that.
You don't think you heard that?
Mm-mm.
There's Tennessee Whiskey.
Oh yes, I have heard that one. It's not bad.
She says.
But there's this one I can't
not
remember.
Bad. I know the song you're talking about.
It was. I heard it once because I thought it was fake.
Oh gosh, Jonah, I'm gonna read that in a second. After Teresa's saying something that.
I forgot. I heard it once, and I heard it once because I thought it was fake when my brother-in-law was singing it.
Yeah.
And it says,
oh my gosh.
You shot my dog and stole my truck.
You shot my dog and stole my truck?
But I still have the heart to love you. And it goes
really?
on and on.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Jonah says, hey, Paul, how do you stop a McKinley fan from masturbating?
Ew.
I don't know. Sean said, what the heck, Jonah? I don't know. How do you stop them, Jonah? Jonah, what is the answer to that? I have no idea. Just never know what's going to pop up here. Jonah says paint his dick orange and black and they won't beat it for years.
solution.
Oh my gosh.
Please don't die laughing at these kids.
Gary says, give him a tagger. Oh my gosh. Jonah, that was so below the belt. Oh my gosh. Never heard that one. Oh my gosh.
Probably just made it up. Isn't Jonah the joke guy on the fly?
Yeah, Jonah, did you come up with that one on the fly? On the fly. That's even funnier. Sean says, you going to hell, man. Well, me and Paul are going to be up in heaven. Well, I imagine he means up in heaven, but he said going to be up heaven.
You and the grammatical errors, yeah. I swear.
Oh, you missed it earlier. Did you hear what Sean accidentally put earlier? He was snorting laundry.
Or snorting
laundry, yes. Yeah. Jonah says, Sean, you will be in hell with me. And Sean corrected himself and put in. Okay.
And you replied with the snorting underwear. Yeah. Well, that'd be great if you were a Victoria's Secrets. No, because they're clean.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he could, handle the stuff that's been tried on, maybe. I don't know. They don't, or at Victoria's Secret, you're probably not allowed to try on pants.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I tried on a girdle once.
Girls allowed, ladies allowed trying on bras and stuff at Victoria's Secret?
Yeah, you can try on bras.
Oh.
But I wouldn't think bras would be as much fun to smell, considering you're putting your B.O. in them. Yeah. B-O-O-B in them. Yeah, but you get boob sweat.
Yeah. Jonah says the only hell we'll see is Maslin score against McKinley. Oh my gosh. I don't know. We were talking about...
I
was just talking about Victoria's Secret. I'm starting to think that is...
Hello?
That was kind of interesting for a second.
Hello?
Let's see.
Mark, I would be so much better. You were probably the 80th person that called me.
My wife's getting that.
Please take my phone number off. I'm only 40. I don't need
she's getting the
bullshit
yet.
Call me back in 20 years.
Let's see. Gary says, did you hear about McKinley people coming over here and throwing food at people? I did not hear about that. Hopefully it was good food. I didn't hear about that.
You need to plug Sunday.
Okay. I will do that. Sean says, I meant sorting laundry. However, Jonah snorts. C-O dot. That could be a few things. I mean, we could fill in the blanks with all kinds of stuff after C-O, dude. Jonah says Sean would get fired from Victoria's Secret for spying on the girls in the dressing tombs. and then he put in rooms, L-M-A-O.
They might as well be tombs. They'll put light in there.
Yeah. Chris, what's up, dude?
I always assumed that was so the fat girls didn't cry.
Chris says, yo, yo, yo. Jonah says, I messed that one up. L-M-A-O.
No, that's not that bad, Jonah. Because they're all dark in those dressing rooms, and I always figured for us chunky girls that we wouldn't cry when we couldn't fit our fat ass in their bras.
Well, I have nothing bad to say about chunky girls or voluptuous girls. What? Why am I getting the look? I'm getting the look now. You're the one talking about Victoria's Secret. What? I'm not allowed to talk. Jonah says...
Make me sound like a bad guy.
Jonah says, McKinley fans threw Little Caesar's pizza at people. Were they in the box, like full pizzas, or just crusts? Because, I mean, somebody threw a whole box with fresh pizza at me. My fat ass would be like, thank you. Chris says, LOL, LOL, LOL. I like her. Yeah, we've gone from football, Victoria's Secret, sniffing laundry. I mean, Jonah says, you better not, Paul. Your wife might beat your ass. You gotta respect your women. Okay. I do.
I'll just give him the silent treatment for a long time.
Oh gosh, threatening silent treatment. That's quite the wrath. The silent treatment. That is never fun at all.
It's worse than getting into a fist fight. I can tell you that one.
Yeah, it's the silent treatment. I remember my mom pulling the silent treatment. That was never fun. Sean says, my cat's being bad. She keeps yanking on her nails. Chris says, love the smell of fresh laundry. So, there you go.
Me too. That's my favorite lady chore, housework chore.
Yeah, which I was talking about helping out with laundry the other day, actually, and how I'm inept at it. Chris says, and smell of football fields.
Well, I've never got down and sniffed those.
Yeah, I've never smelled the football field. But then again, you played football, so you probably had your face in that grass. Jonah says Sean loves the dirty boxers.
Oh, goodness, you too. Boy. We should live with each other.
Sean says, man, the laundry was clean. Okay, so, yeah, what happened, Chris, was earlier, Sean did a typo and said he was snorting laundry, so, of course, I had to give him hell about that. And Jonah, Jonah's one of his good buddies, so just been, hitting Sean left and right about this sniffing boxers and stuff, But, wow. My goodness. Yeah, the big game, everybody's jazzed. Got the parade and the rally at the school. I remember the rally was a big deal, the Tiger McKinley football rally.
Frances always wanted to
It was always a lot of fun.
But she couldn't because she had band.
Yeah, I was going to say, and what's weird about that, our daughter Frances never wanted to stay for the rally, but she was in the swing band. Okay, Chris says laundry is code word.
For what?
For what is it the code word for? That's a question. Is that the safe word? Is that what you mean? Oh my gosh. Yes, things started out, what? We talk about football and then things dropped to crotch level in like 0.05 seconds. Honey, around here.
You might be 6'2", but you're always at crotch level. I know.
Oh gosh.
I have
Teresa
holes
said
in my pants from
I'm
the burning
6'2",
of your eyes.
and I'm always at crotch level. What did you say?
I said I have holes in my pants from the burning of your eyes.
Oh gosh. I burn holes in my wife's pants with my eyes. Oh my gosh. It's too personal. It's true. We can't talk about that, but wow. Yeah. Well, this is what happens when, you're talking to young guys. I mean, you're just going to have this kind of talk pop
I can go back on the couch and go back, put my headache back to sleep.
Oh. But, let's see. Sean says, who do y'all think would win in a real fight? A tiger or a bulldog? I'd put my money on the tiger. Well, so would I. I mean, obviously, I think it'd be like, tigers are vicious, man. I mean, not even their teeth. I mean, they got claws.
Yeah.
I mean, they can just swipe and tear a puppy's head off.
You know what? And their force, lions are very close,
yeah.
But the force behind a hit with just a paw, claws retracted.
Yeah.
Okay, no claws out.
I'm sure.
Is like getting hit by a Volkswagen.
Oh, I'll bet. I wouldn't want to be smacked by a tiger.
I watched a special,
you watched some science thing where they were, talking about the power of a tiger?
No, they were talking about a tiger.
Oh, okay.
And their pressure pounds in their jaws.
Oh, yeah.
But
Tigers
the thing of it is, because they are so big and they expand so much energy, a pit bull's pressure and lockage on their jaws is better than a tiger or a lion.
Really?
Because they're so big and they expend so much energy. And a pit bull, I don't know about a bulldog, but a pit bull, they've got a 650 pounds.
650-pound bite force?
Yeah.
A pit bull. It's not a bulldog, though, but...
Yeah, and you can't... People have tried to pry them off.
Oh, yeah. They just hold on and hang.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, well, they were used for bull baiting, and they jump up on a bull.
Yeah.
And just hang on.
But the thing about the big cats...
Until somebody could get in there and kill the bulls.
If you had a bulldog coming at the same gazelle, floating, llama, whatever they eat...
Yeah.
Chances are the tiger's gonna fight the dog before he gives it up, obviously. Yeah. But if you put two and two together, that
right, we're still talking about the bulldog tiger fight.
The tiger would, if something came to take their prey, the tiger would release before the
dog
pit
would.
bull, not bulldog.
Oh,
pit bulls. Pit bulls specifically.
Yeah, pit bulls are.
I don't know a lot about bulldogs, but I know they have a pound. That's why they used to scare me so much.
Yeah. Jonas says the rally at the high school starts at 1:10. Well, yeah.
Well, aren't you guys too old to go to high school?
Yeah, they're still gonna let your ass into that rally, even though now you're an old fart, Jonah. They're still gonna let you in there. Jonah says a tiger would literally eat the damn bulldog as a snack. Yeah, I could see a tiger just chilling out and the dog barking and the tiger just wanting to lay there, and not use his energy until that dog totally pissed him off, and then he'd pounce and then kind of bite his head off. I saw a picture of a man who had half his head bitten off by a tiger. It's gruesome shit. My sister has this huge book all about big cats, and it had a picture of a dude, and half his head was gone. A tiger got to him. Jonah says they open the doors to the public as well.
Wow.
What'd you say right before that, Teresa?
I'm talking about tigers and it's stupid, so... I'm going back to my world.
Yeah, this big cat book my sister had. It had the standard, pictures of lions, tigers, and shit.
That's wrong.
Walking around and out in the wild and stuff. And then they had some pictures of some people who got snacked on by these big cats. And I'm looking through this book and I'm like, oh yeah, it's beautiful. These, very powerful creatures. And then, start seeing people chomped in half and I'm like, damn! The book didn't pull any punches when it came to that stuff. It was pretty vicious, but then again, that's the thing, though. Some of those tigers are actively seeking people out there. Chris says, gotta go. Have a great weekend, everybody. Go Tigers, Buckeyes, and Browns. All right, Chris, take care of yourself, buddy. Be good, stay out of trouble, dude, and we'll holler at you later, man. Good chatting with you. Yeah. Tigers, very, very cool creature. I'll tell you what, I wish I had $1 for everybody from Stark County area who got a tiger tattooed on them. Shit, for just the people from Massillon who have tiger tattoos, there's quite a few people sporting tiger tattoos. Hell, in fact, I've seen people getting tiger tattoos done on them. When my buddy Scott was tattooing in Massillon, I saw a few people come in and get obi tattoos and just faces of tigers like clawing through their skin, those kind of tattoos. Sean says, y'all still want that pet spider? No, we're good on that. In fact, Teresa smushed a spider yesterday. Spiders are not her friends whatsoever. I'm usually like, there's spiders. Okay, they'll keep the bugs down. Especially now. I don't know if you guys have this, but since it started getting chilly outside, it's like every fly that used to live outside is now trying to live in my house now. Since it got cold, these damn flies, you know, they're not one to freeze, and they don't make, you know, they don't make toboggans, you know, small enough for flies to wear, or you know, winter coats for those flies. So they're trying to get in the house, and with kids who leave doors open, it's like, come on in, flies, come on in. So, yeah, we've been having that. So I'm like, if there's spiders around, hopefully they'll get rid of some of these damn flies. Sean says, yeah, time for the stink bug invasion. Dude, my mind has been so far off of that, and now that you say it, you're 100% right. It is stink bug time. That's, and I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Because, you know, usually when I find a stink bug, I usually find it by smelling it. More times than not, that's how I figure out there's a stink bug around. I actually smell it, and I can't not stand those damn things. From China with love. I'm pretty certain that the stink bugs we got to deal with are from China. Let's see, Teresa's holding up a bag at me, or a bag of bags. Is that what that is? All right, what are all? Oh, you found your bags?
No, these are bread bags.
Bread bags. We have bread bags. What's that mean to you guys? Probably nothing. What are the bread bags for?
For the cinnamon rolls.
For the cinnamon rolls? Are they long enough for the cinnamon rolls?
I'm gonna have to use two.
Okay.
But that's
and
fine.
then tape them together?
Yeah.
Okay. Teresa made these gigantic cinnamon rolls. She's doing a craft show
Sunday.
On Sunday, and of all places, well, I kind of plugged it yesterday too. It's she's doing a craft show over at Sears in Belden Village Mall. They're having a craft show. What time?
11 to 5.
From 11 to 5. A craft show in Sears of all places. I was totally surprised when she told me about that, but you know, Sears is filing back. I think they already filed bankruptcy. So they're going to be using the Sears for a big craft show. I don't know how much of the Sears they're using. I mean, it could end up being a huge craft show.
I have no idea.
But that's 11 to 5 Sunday at
Yes.
Sears in Belden Village.
It's
so
Sears
big
Community Craft Show.
Sears Community Craft Show is what they're calling it.
Community Day Craft Show, sorry.
Community Aid?
Day.
Oh,
Day.
Community Day. Okay. So she's going to be selling candies and pastries there too. See, Sean says if you had a pet spider, you could put the flies and stink bugs in its cage. Problem solved. Yeah, well,
right,
I'm just
Sean,
picturing myself running around the house with a little net trying to catch all these flies. Teresa's going to smack you.
I'm going to get the Zorro belt out.
Zorro belt time.
You need to come over here, and I'll even let you use my special feather duster, and you need to go around and get all the cobwebs and then tell me how much spiders are our friends.
Yeah. He's talking about a spet. Now I can't even talk. A pet spider.
Yeah, and a few weeks ago he was talking about spiders are good and they're our friends, and when one eats him, I'm going to laugh.
Teresa thinks you're going to end up getting eaten by a spider. Some kind of poetic justice or something here.
Even if I put it at his doorstep.
Oh gosh, Teresa said even if she's the one who plants the spider.
I'll just make sure I hold up a picture of Sean so he doesn't eat
she's going to get an attack spider after
anybody.
you. She's going to show it a picture of you, Sean. Tell it to sick you, I guess.
Yeah, but he can come over and help me clean for the holidays and get all these
Teresa
cobwebs.
said you can help clean cobwebs if you want.
Yeah, and then you will not be, oh, the spiders are my friend.
Sean says, my aunt has a pet tarantula. Okay, what does she feed her pet tarantula?
Little baby Sean's.
Little baby Sean's? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Daddy long legs are harmless. Yeah. I don't think my wife has a problem with daddy long legs.
I have a problem with all spiders.
Oh, you don't like daddy long legs either?
You know,
Do they
I don't
creep
mind
you out?
them. No, I don't mind them. No, they bite me in my sleep. And
Daddy long legs, though?
I don't know. I haven't seen anybody with long legs besides you in my bed. But I'm talking about spiders in general. I wouldn't mind if they I bet you $5 I'll go in that bathroom right now. Get all the cobwebs on the sides of the shelves by the toilet and over the sink. And I bet you by tonight when you're ready to go to bed, they'll be back.
Yeah, spiders don't play around. They're fast. Sean says she's racist to spiders.
The R word's kind of strong, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay, I am.
She is. For sure.
If they just did their job and packed up their web and went somewhere, I'd be okay with that.
They leave their webs around. And it's fascinating how fast they can spin those webs and, set, I've seen some pretty big spider webs and taken them down before because they were in my way and cleaned them out of the way and then, in a day, they're right back up. Sean said there's a spider in my bathroom right by the toilet. Isn't there always? There always is.
That's because that's the butt spider. They love biting butts. See, we've got the brown recluse, the wolf spider, and then there's the butt spider.
The butt spiders. Teresa said those are butt spiders. The ones by the toilets are butt spiders. The ones that I've always seen in bathrooms from being a little kid to being a grown-up now are these ones they're kind of greenish and they're real skinny. And they've got very long legs and they've got a skinny body. Sean says, doesn't Nala eat the spiders? She would if she saw them.
Yeah, she would.
She would eat them.
She's usually on a mission of squirrel.
But she is squirrel crazy. She hates squirrels.
The bastards tease her.
Well, and they do, yeah, the squirrels around here actually tease our dog. You probably heard me talk about taking her out, letting her outside to go potty, okay? She'll whine like she has to go to the bathroom, but the first thing she does is she looks through the screen door at the trees, and then you open up that screen door and she bolts right at the trees because she's trying to get a squirrel. And then she will hop on her hind legs around the trees, trying to, like she's going to hop up onto the tree and get a squirrel. And the squirrels will be up on the limb, chittering or making whatever the hell the noises are they're making. And they'll be teasing her while they're in the tree. Sean says, do you guys have cats? We have one cat. Thank goodness.
Oh, yes. She brings me groceries usually every day.
And she's a hunter. Which I saw a dead mole or a mouse the other day in our front yard because Nala was rolling around on it, rolling her back on it, trying to get that nice rotten rodent smell all over her. I don't know what the hell that's about. I am not, who the hell is that? Caesar Milan guy. I am not him. I don't, I'm not a dog whisperer, so.
Neither is he.
Yeah, I talk to my dog, but I don't whisper to it. But I don't know why they roll
against you.
What's that? I don't know why they roll around on dead, rotten-ass animals. That's what I don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't get it. I'm sure there's probably some reason, that they do that, but I don't know why. Sean said cats usually eat anything smaller than them, so don't let them near your pet spider. Well, we're not going to have a problem with that. We don't, I don't need a pet spider.
I want mittens to
I had a tarantula.
Spiders. I hate them.
Okay. Yeah, Teresa would want it to, Teresa's totally. I had a pet tarantula for a second. Somebody gave me a pet tarantula, and I tried to get bugs and stuff for it to eat, crickets and stuff. Gary says, gotta go. All right, Gary, stay out of trouble, man. And be good. And we'll holler at you later, dude. Thanks for stopping in. I had a pet tarantula. It would not eat anything for me. Maybe I was a bad tarantula owner. Sean says, how about a pet snake? I wouldn't be opposed to it too much, but we got a cat and a dog, and really that is enough. A kitty litter box and making sure a dog that wants to go out every 5 minutes is outside You know, that's enough responsibility.
I would be too afraid that if we got a big snake, it would eat my cat.
Yeah, Teresa wouldn't want our cat getting eaten. But
then they're wild animals, and like every
Yeah.
wild animal, there's consequences. Some guy, I don't know if he was in Ohio or Florida, just a few weeks back, his pet boa constrictor that he's had for 20 years
yeah,
was roaming around, wrapped himself around the guy while he was sleeping, and crushed him while he slept.
crushed his owner.
Crushed his owner.
And he had that thing since it was a babe?
Yep.
Huh.
And he used to let it roam around all the time.
See, I would not be letting a damn snake like that roam around my house or
he
apartment.
had other snakes, but that was the
While I
only
was
one
sleeping?
who was actually
Hell no.
allowed to go around the house.
No
you
way.
know?
No way.
That was like his first snake and his oldest snake. And
Yeah. So he felt more comfortable probably with that snake than any of his other pets. And then the damn thing killed him.
Constricted him to death.
Wow. While he was sleeping.
While he was sleeping.
Yeah, see, I don't need any shit like that. A friend of mine, years back, was getting rid of a big ass snake, and asked me if I wanted it, and I was just like, I turned it down because it was already huge. I think it was some kind of python, and it was already huge, and I'm like, the snake doesn't know me, I don't know it, and I really don't know a hell of a lot about snakes, so I'm going to pass. Thanks for the offer. Sean says that's why you get a garter snake. We used to have one. Really? You had one for a pet? What did you feed the garter snake? Did that, was it successful as a pet? Would it eat for you?
It doesn't eat dirty laundry.
Oh, Teresa's saying they don't like dirty laundry. There's a snake in my pants. Anyways, I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Anyways. Yeah, did it eat? I mean, did you keep it for a while or what? Because, another thing I had one time, reptile I had, was a painted turtle one time. And I couldn't really get to eat it much, or get it to eat much. So I ended up releasing him into the wild because I'm like, I am not going to have this cute little turtle die on me because it won't eat or drink for me. Sean says, we fed it anything we found in our yard. Anything. Like tricycles, too. So it worked out all right for you. It actually did eat. Well, that's good. That's good because, yeah, like I said, I had troubles with the tarantula. I had troubles with the turtle, trying to get them to eat. The tarantula died. And the turtle... we ended up taking it to a wildlife center or something where there was a big lake and let it loose there. Sean says no bugs. Okay, I figured that. I figured you didn't feed it tricycles or big wheels or anything like that. But yeah, ended up releasing the turtle into a big lake. Actually, it was more like a small lake, huge pond. Sean says we had it for a few months before my mom told us to let it go. A few months? Well, that's pretty successful. Yeah, I'd say you were keeping it alive. You guys must have fed it a lot of bugs and things. Speaking of bugs, there's a fly bugging me. But, which makes me think last summer when one of our many garage sales, one of the customers or one of the people who stopped to look at the garage sale was walking away from our house, and he said, "Hey," said, "this garter snake's got a hold of a frog. What's up, Bill?" He said, "This garter snake's got a hold of a frog." And Bill says, "What's up?" Not a whole lot. Talk about snakes right now. And sure enough, this garter snake had a little bullfrog, had its leg down its throat. And there was no way Okay, the size of this snake. It was small enough. It was big enough to where it could fit the frog's leg in its throat. But that was it, dude. That was it. There was no way it could swallow this frog. And so it was like, and the frog's croaking, you know, it's wanting free. And, you know, the kids are like, we got to save the frog. We got to save the frog. And I'm like, you know, it was one of those deals where it's like, do you keep that philosophy of do not interfere with nature, let nature take its course? Or do you save this frog and possibly this snake? I'm telling you what, I think the snake would have choked on this thing. There's no way it could have ate this frog. But we did end up intervening somehow. I forget. Somehow we ended up getting the frog's leg out of its throat. And I think we saved both the frog and the snake. I mean, the snake, there was no way it could swallow this frog, but it sure as hell was trying to. But it was funny because, you know, garter snakes, I mean, I know they eat bugs and stuff, and I guess occasionally frogs, but this frog he bit off more than he could chew, for real. But that's what happened with that. I'd never seen that before. But, you know, it would have had to have been a lot bigger snake to
I give it to that
swallow
little
that
snake,
frog.
though. He was determined.
Oh, yeah, that snake was determined. He did not want to let go of that frog. And, you know, but eventually, yeah, we got the frog's leg out of there. And, you know, we got lots of frogs. Mostly we have the, what are they? Northern tree frog, northern woodland frog, or whatever.
We get those.
We get the color changing
summer,
ones.
we get the
bullfrogs.
Yeah,
we get
those
bullfrogs
two big
too.
ones in the rocks.
Yeah, we get bullfrogs because we have got a ditch that, you know, well, last summer was not very wet. It was pretty dry, but during the wet summers and springs and stuff like that, then we'll get quite a few bullfrogs in the ditch that runs around our house, and then empties out into the woods out back. So we'll get these bullfrogs. Usually they're not very big. Usually they're smaller bullfrogs. Sean says, I remember we used to have a problem with frogs getting in our pool. Yeah, they like pools. One time we had a pool set up and we had a cover over it. And I pulled the cover off one time to go swimming. And apparently a frog had gotten trapped, okay, underneath the cover and had drowned. And it was weird because it was like totally bleached white. The frog was totally bleached white, I think from the chlorine or something. It was kind of gruesome, but...
We found a dead frog floating in the pool this year. Helen went,
oh,
what, is this
yeah.
a toy?
Oh, there's one in the pool this year, and Helen thought it was a toy at first.
I was like...
Wow. No.
Or when she saved a frog from something, and I said, let's go put it back in Froggy Land, and then I turned around, and the legs were sticking out of Nala's mouth.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Yeah, who found the frog? Did Helen find the frog? She found a frog, and then Teresa says, okay, well, let's do what?
He was jumping in the grass.
He was jumping around in the grass.
So I said, let's take him and put him back to his family. Helen puts him back to his family.
Told Helen to take the frog back to his family over by the ditch, I'm sure, right? Mm-hmm. So she takes the frog, puts him over there, and then a couple seconds later, Teresa looks over, and there's Nala, our dog, with some frog legs sticking out of her mouth. So, you know, they thought they were doing the frog a favor, getting the froggy back to its habitat, and then Nala got a hold of him.
Helen still to this day does not know about that.
Oh, Helen doesn't know?
No, she does not know.
She's not going to be watching this anyway.
Her heart would have been broken because she was so happy. She was like, go home to mommy. Go to mommy. And then I turn around, and then there's our stupid dog just smiling, and these little legs are sticking out of its mouth.
Yeah, Nala is, she will chase down those frogs. And snakes. Snakes bother the hell out of her. She's
vicious with them, though.
Yeah, she is vicious with them.
500 growl.
Yeah.
She gets a growl on.
Yeah, she does not. Nala's not a fan of amphibians or reptiles. Oh, damn. Felt like I got bit by something on my arm bone here.
Probably that spider friend.
Oh, Teresa said that's probably the friendly spider you're talking about, Sean. Damn it. Yeah, Nala likes to go after critters. I'll tell you what's funny is our dog really goes bananas over... Damn.
Bananas.
Over horses.
Oh, God.
We got Amish folks stop in from time to time. And Nala, she sees those horses, she goes bananas. I mean, if she's outside, she'll go run in circles around these horses while they're going down the road, and it's like, damn it, dog, you're going to get stomped to death, She doesn't care. Sean says, what about lizards? Honestly, I have not seen one. Are you talking about lizards as pets or out in the wild? Because if you're talking about in the wild, I am 43 years old now, born and raised in Ohio, and I have yet to see a wild lizard. Now, I know there are like 2 species of lizards, I believe, that live in Ohio. I've not seen either one of them, ever. I've never seen a wild lizard in Ohio. I've seen them in Florida. Seen lots of them in Florida, but I've never seen one in Ohio. Sean says, no, does Nala like lizards? She probably wouldn't. She'd probably go crazy over them if she ever saw one. It'd probably bug the hell out of her, too. So, but, yeah, that's another pet we're not going to get. We're not going to get any more pets. We don't need any more.
Well, when we get Nala, a brother or sister.
Oh, gosh. Nala doesn't need a brother or
sister. Hey,
we've
already discussed this,
brothers
and
and
you
sisters.
said
human
in
ones.
the future we could.
Yeah.
So don't even go back on your word or I'll bite your toes.
Well, one dog is enough.
I'll bite your toes.
I don't think you would. You know what my toenails look like. So I don't think you're going to do it. Ow! No, don't take my shoe off. Teresa's going to bite my toe. Do you know how hard it is to get them on and off? Oh my... Ow! Ow! She's got my toe bit. You gotta be kidding me. And that was my big toe of all toes. Well, you're lucky I just took a shower.
I don't care if you would have been walking to catch it. You said after a while, probably next summer, that we could get another dog. And now you're going to go back on your word.
That is not how my foot was a little bit ago. It had my sock, my shoe on it. Now it's got half a sock on it. Sean says, what about a Gila monster? Yeah, no, Sean said she actually did it. Yes, she did. She bit my damn toe, my big toe. All right? And I've got big toes.
That's why they're called big toes.
Yeah, well, my big toe is bigger than most people's thumbs.
That's the truth.
I wear a size 16 shoes, so it's about the size of 2 of my thumbs put together. Oh, my gosh. That didn't feel good either. Gila monster. Now, that's an interesting one because I remember, I think it was Attack of the Giant Gila Monster or something like that. There was a terrible old movie in the 50s or early 60s. I think it was called Attack of the Giant Gila Monster. Horrible movie. But if you watch it on Mystery Science Theater, that was one of their funnier ones that I've seen. But yeah, people do have those as pets, don't they? Those I'm guessing, I think those are from out west in America, right? Like California and shit. And Nevada and stuff. Yeah, it was a movie, but there are
Get out of there!
there are Gila monsters.
I thought it was just a movie. I didn't know it was really such.
It's really a breed of lizard, but they're not actually, 40 feet long or whatever.
Oh,
like in
well,
the
that's
movie.
good.
Which the movie, the big special effects, of course, were, the lizard crawling across miniatures. That's how they did the special effects for it, and this lizard was eating people or whatever, but it was a real cheesy movie. It really was. But Mystery Science Theater, they did a hell of a job making fun of that movie. It was really one of the funniest Mystery Science Theaters I've ever seen. Sean says, yeah, they're native to the desert. Yeah.
You didn't think I'd do it.
My wife is proud that she bit my toe. Yeah, and I think they're native to America. But
you're not allowed to do that.
I don't know if they're protected or anything.
You're the one person I know who doesn't do that.
Doesn't do what?
Say one thing and goes back on their word. You've always been good.
Yeah, but did I say that about the dog, like if we lose our cat or something?
No, you said if we got another dog, because you would be okay with that now that we got rid of all the cats.
Okay. All right.
It would have to be probably next spring or summer.
All right.
And I said I was cool with that because I wasn't ready to start picking up puppy poop.
Yeah. Sean says you're not going to find one wandering in Ohio. No, I imagine not. And I'm wondering.
There's lots of dogs wandering in Ohio.
No, Gila monster.
Oh, okay. I wasn't looking for one of those.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Are Gila monsters, are you allowed to have them as pets, or are they one of the protected lizards? Protected wildlife things? I don't know. I'm not sure. I know when I was in California, lizards, reptiles in general, were really popular pets out there in California. Lizards and snakes were really big time. A lot of people had those pets. My sister had boa constrictor and a python. And another popular pet around there were different kinds of monitor lizards. Some of them could get pretty big. And there were, different types of monitor lizards. I don't know all the types or whatever. I'm not a lizardologist. Sean says you probably shouldn't have one as pets as they are pretty venomous and would probably kill you.
Oh, yum.
No, I don't need any of that shit, But like I said, I wouldn't want a reptile as a pet just because, you've already heard me talking about having a dog and a cat is a lot of work anyways, and kids, and another dog would, that'd be enough.
We talked about this, about the guy with the washer and dryer, and how they say one thing and do something else. You have never.
All right, well, I will stick to my word.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. Now I can stop making ugly faces at you.
All right, good.
And I won't bite your other toe.
All right, now I can keep my toes. Yeah, lizards. I had an iguana once. I think I already told you that before about how it escaped and probably ended up in the walls at my parents' old house. Sean says, now a yellow sac spider is not dangerous and will get rid of all of your pest problems. Get rid of all your pest problems. Yeah, yellow sac spider.
Those aren't the spiders that look like they got a hamburger on their back, is it?
Teresa's asking if those are the spiders that look like they have a hamburger on their back. I think that's a Big Mac spider, not a sac spider. I don't know. I don't know anything about them. I'm not an entomologist. Although bugs do interest me.
You gotta go potty? Come on.
I do have an interest in insects, but
I know when she's gotta go potty, so what's my elbow?
Yeah. Let's see, Sean says, that's the spider that's common in my house. Okay, yellow sac spider is the one that, you got a lot of those in your house? Yeah, I don't I don't know a whole lot about spiders. You know, I'm aware of the black widow and the brown recluse and that kind of stuff. You know, those ones. But what's funny is the variation, the vast, how many different spiders there are just on, you know, in one yard, you know, around one house with, I don't know, let's say a quarter of an acre property or less, and then there's, you know, who knows, probably over 20 different types of spiders, you know. I mean, hell, just in the house, how many variety or how many breeds of spider there are. It's pretty interesting, really. Although I do not like getting bit by them, I don't like my kids or my wife getting bit by the damn things.
Well, I woke up with a spider bite on my tattoo today.
Oh, you got a spider bite today?
Yeah. Remember I killed that little bastard that was crawling on me last night? Well, he must have had friends.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Teresa killed one last night. Don't know what kind. Don't know what kind it was, but it was some sort of spider. What's up, Gary? Your dad was on earlier. Yeah, your pappy was on here earlier. It was pretty interesting. We were talking about getting our asses whooped growing up. How fun that was, getting the hell out of you as a kid. Fun stuff there. Now we're talking spiders again. Sean, I think, loves spiders or something here. Sean says, Teresa, maybe the spider was just trying to give you kisses. Oh, gosh. You need to see, if you could see the look Teresa just gave the back of the camera there. It was not a very nice look. Oh my gosh. Well, we all know how she feels about spiders. And like I said, I'm not totally creeped out by them, but I do not want them bite me. I don't like that shit.
Well, kisses leave itchy bumps.
Yeah. Kisses leave itchy bumps from spiders? Yeah.
Yes.
The spider's kiss. I bet there's a damn movie called that. I think there is, isn't there?
Called that. Well, listen to me, I'm just repeating everything.
Gary says, what's up, bud? Not a whole lot. Just, just doing wasted lunch here. I'm about to have to get off soon because I'm going to have to be preparing because I'm going to be a room mother today. Going to be a room mother at Little Helen's school. And so I'm going to be bringing some party games and stuff to her class and some candies and goodies and stuff. Sean says, now the insect I really cannot stand is the mosquito. Yeah, I hate them too. Gary, how are things going for you? I hope you're doing awesome.
Is it warm where you are?
Are you warm? Yeah, and that mosquito thing, yeah, I hate mosquitoes. I wonder what the hell use they are. I mean, obviously bats eat the hell out of mosquitoes.
But what's the purpose?
But they sure as hell don't seem to contribute to us people very much.
You know, they give us disease. They suck our blood.
Yeah, they drink our blood and give us diseases. So, I don't know what the temperatures are here, but I imagine it's still probably warmer out in Texas where you're at, Gary. Gary says, we have lizards that get in my house, green, black, but my cats get them. So your cats are lizard eaters. Yeah, we were, Sean said something earlier asking if my dog hated lizards because she'll eat frogs and snakes and stuff. And I said, well, we have never, there's only a couple kinds of lizards in Ohio, and I've never seen one in my life. But, obviously that's not the case where you live, Gary. It it's not the case where my brother lives too in Hawaii. They got these little tiny lizards that run in and out through the house and stuff. They're kind of like mice out there.
Yeah, when I was in
They
Florida,
shit everywhere.
When I was in Tallahassee, first time I've ever been to Florida, when I was a young woman. When you went out not too cool. It was not.
Where's this, Tallahassee?
Okay. But when you went out towards evening, when the sun's going down, they were everywhere.
Lizards
they just
everywhere?
Blanketed the sidewalks.
Wow. See,
I thought they were leaves or something walking down the sidewalk, and then when you walked, they just went.
They just spread everywhere?
Yeah, so
wow.
It was the neatest leaves I've ever seen.
That's cool. Gary says, sounds like fun. Enjoy time with your family. It's been 70s, lower 50. Wow.
You stink.
Sounds pretty nice. Teresa says you stink because you got that nice warm weather.
We need to move.
Yeah, Teresa's saying we need to move. And you know what? If it weren't for family, I'm pretty sure I would be in warmer climes than where I'm at, because I'm getting kind of tired of the winter thing, and it's not so much the cold, it's more the mushy grayness of the winter.
Yeah.
That I don't like. I like it when it's snowy. I like that part of winter. I think it's beautiful. I think it's gorgeous when there's a nice heavy blanket of snow covering everything. I think it's beautiful. But I just don't like it when it's just cold and there's no snow. You're freezing your ass off, and the grass is a brownish, mushy color, and the skies are gray. You know what I mean? Gary put LOL. Yeah, but yeah, if it weren't for family, dude, I think, yeah, I'd be headed down, we'd be headed towards like the Gulf Coast or something, somewhere warmer.
Go buy an old plantation in Louisiana and fix it up.
I'll bet those aren't cheap.
After Katrina, they went down.
Oh, did they?
Because now they're just...
So Katrina helped the real estate prices, huh? Yeah. And then you got to have some hellified insurance, too, living in, these hurricane-prone areas. Gary, you've had your share of hurricanes and bad storms and shit, but that's kind of the price you got to pay. That's the trade-off you got, I guess, with living somewhere. Every place geographically, I mean, there's a price you got to pay. Ohio, is not the worst when it comes to tornadoes and storms and shit like that, but then you've got brutal winters sometimes. And
we're going to have one this year because it was so warm.
And brutal winters can be dangerous as hell too. So that's the price we pay to live here.
I don't mind.
It's cheap, it's a cheap area to live in.
I don't mind 30s and snow.
Yeah.
What I do mind is below the zero.
Yeah, it seems like when it starts getting like -0, okay, then we don't have snow.
No.
It's like it's too cold to even have snow.
Yes. Have you seen my purse, baby?
No, I have not seen it. Gary says, I got in a bad wreck from that black ice there, and that did it for me. That's why I moved. I don't blame you. Yeah, I remember hearing about that, dude. And you lucked out to, be all right. And that's good. Thank God for that. But yeah, I mean, that's... A lot of people have moved out of this place.
I hate to break up the fun.
Yeah.
But you know how you're always yelling at Helen about leaving her pens and pencils and someone's going to sit on them and get hurt?
Yeah. Oh, it must have fallen out of my pocket. My razor blade knife. Where was it?
On the couch, I sat on it.
Well, it wasn't open, right?
Thank God. I'd have another hole in my back end.
A razor blade knife fell out of my pocket, I guess, onto the couch. So that's what that was about. Yeah, a lot of people move the hell out of Ohio. There aren't the jobs that there were when our fathers were young men. Um, so a lot of people have gotten the hell out of here, and they're like, well, if I'm going to be poor, I'm going to be poor somewhere warmer, you know, or go somewhere where there's jobs and it's warmer. As far as jobs, I hear, although I don't think I'd want to live there, because from all I understand, where we live in Ohio, on the eastern side of Ohio, we got hills and shit. But when you get to like western Ohio, it all gets flat, and I'm not a huge fan of that flat Ohio stuff.
You want me to go with you, or do you
Yes,
want to
I would
do this
love
by
that.
yourself?
I would love for you to go.
Because I'm technically not home.
Yeah. Now I would love for you to go room mother with me. But, so Indianapolis is supposed to be a happening city as far as jobs. But that's no warmer than here, so why the hell move out there? But Indianapolis is supposed to be thriving from what I've read. But, it's just like Columbus is supposed to be pretty happening as far as work and shit like that, but I don't want to live in Columbus either. I mean, if I made some radical move, it would be towards somewhere warmer for certain. If I was going to uproot my family and move somewhere, we'd be somewhere warmer, but just cannot do it right now. Just family, or else, yeah. I think I'd be moving down south somewhere. Somewhere down in the south, boys. But, let's see. Time is 1:17 Oven Standard. I'm sorry, guys. I got to wrap this up. I got to get into room mother mode. And get prepared for that. So I'm going to have to wrap it up, guys. Thank you for participating, fellas. And, anyways, anybody who watches this, I want to thank you for watching it. Sean says, have a good day, Paul. Thank you, Sean. I hope you have a fantastic day yourself. Enjoy the parade. Let's see. Gary says, Tennessee is nice. That was our other choice. Yeah, I've been through Tennessee dozens of times, and it does look beautiful. Tennessee looks like a beautiful place. Yeah, spent a lot of time driving through there. Although the one time, finally, after going through Tennessee dozens of times, finally stopped in Nashville not that long ago and had a blast. See, Gary says, see you, bud. All right, I'll see you later too, dude. You take care of yourself and your fam. God bless you guys. And thank you, anybody who watched. Thanks for tuning in to Wasted Lunch. And let's see, well, nope, tomorrow's Saturday. Day off from Wasted Lunch. And I'll be back on Monday, noon-ish, for more Wasted Lunch. So tune in then. Till then, stay out of trouble. Be safe. And I'll see you later. Bye.